Hi, Sophie.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm really good. How are you doing?
My first question is Sydney a young version of Jean in some way?
I think they definitely share a lot of qualities, and I think that's what attracts them to each other. Even though Sydney doesn't know the extent of the potential crisis that's going on in Jean's life, I think Sydney is having like an identity crisis of her own. She's working in some horrible coffee shop she hates. She'd love to be a singer, doesn't have any money. Like, she's reached this real point. She's come out of a long-term relationship where she is forging this new life for herself. And I definitely feel like she sees that in Diane as well, that thirst and that hunger and that like desire to not be bored and like needing more. I think they're both like that.
Your character doesn't know the other side of Jean's or Diane's life, but did you know all the information? Did you have all the information?
Yeah, I did, but like sometimes I just kind of like go like that in a reading. It's just like, because I'm so not part of that world. I always like paid attention to what Sam was saying, played by Carl Glissman, my ex-boyfriend, because it's just interesting to hear how Sydney's like spoken about by him. But the other kind of stuff, like about their home life, or I remember on set, I didn't go into Jean and Michael's house at all. I was like, I don't want to see that side of her life. I just need to believe she's Diane.
How was it filming with Naomi Watts? How was it being like her adventure?
Yeah, well, she's my adventure too. She's so cool, super lovely, and really looked after me as well. It's sensitive stuff that we're dealing with, and she was just so generous as a person and actor that it was a lot of fun. That stuff can be super horrible and like really laborious, and like it can be really stressful for everyone, I think. But with Naomi, it was just like a complete laugh. Yeah, it was great.
Is it a story about an affair or a love story?
I think it's a love story. I mean, for Sydney, definitely. Like, she meets this woman who is not like anyone she's kind of met before. You know, she's been with Sam, who's this kind of very safe lawyer, and she's suddenly like with this older woman who's like coming like all the way to Bushwick to like a warehouse party and really putting herself out there. And I think she admires that about her. And Sydney, as bewitching as Sydney is for Diane, Sydney's bewitched by her as well.
Does Sydney really use people?
I think Sydney's very good at getting what she wants, and she'll kind of do anything to do that. Her powers of persuasion are second to none, I think. But I think, you know, with the lying and things like that, it doesn't come from a bad place. It's like, she's scared as well, when she's like, it's easier to tell these guys a lie than anything that's real. I think that's her, she doesn't trust people. She's been hurt as, you know, a kid or whatever, and you have to earn her trust.
And is she the only responsible about all the drama in her life? Because she kind of blames others. Yeah,
she does, but she also says own your own circumstances, so that's such a contradiction. But no, I think she does, but she's also kind of one of those, she'll forget about stuff. Like, something happens, like she's on to the next thing. Like, she wouldn't rest on it or seethe about it. It's like she's kind of seen Sam and that's over, but then she kind of goes back on it again. Like, I mean, you never know with her, really.
Can you explain me a little bit more about the title of the series? Because Gypsy,
yeah. So Lisa the writer, was listening to Fleetwood Mac a lot whilst writing the theme tune, and you know, all of the lyrics in Gypsy. So I'm back to the Velvet Underground, and it's like that kind of nostalgia and like going back to. It's so Jean going back, Diane, what? Going back to like this, like the life that she kind of lost, which she regains through being with Sydney. The lyrics fit so beautifully with the themes of the show.
So that's where it comes from the song?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.